Hi. So I wanted to start today, and I wanted to start with my newly cut hair because I put it on Instagram, and a lot of people are thinking that it's a filter or I'm wearing a wig or something. I do that, but no wigs, but yes to the filter. So I figured today would be perfect to begin our journey of conversation. I have my San Pellegrino here. And as I said, I'm not sponsored, but I'm willing to be. And I decided that we should talk about the issue surrounding abortion rights, the fact that the Senate, Congress basically is a majority of men deciding on women's body issues. So I'm not saying that I'm not getting into the abortion debate in terms of is a fetus a baby, is it not? But I think that we all should have the right to do what we think is necessary for our bodies. The fact that there are men saying there, oh, if a woman is raped, she should just relax and enjoy it. A rape is an assault. A rape is an attack. And so how is a woman supposed to lay down and enjoy it? And what happens when it's happening to a child? So a child has no concept of sex is a pleasure thing. And now they're being assaulted in this way. So to me, that makes no kind of sense, as well as some of the other comments that I've heard people say, or just have the baby and give it up. Because really, here in the United States, we take such good care of foster kids. We make such a good attempt to have kids that are in the foster system adopted. We don't. So this whole issue around the abortion rights makes no sense to me. And yet, the fact that it's okay for men to have vasectomies, which means they're not having kids. They will never ever have kids. So how come we don't say anything about that side of the issue? I personally say if it's your body and you don't desire to have children, and you can't afford to have children, you don't want to go through the 9 months that it takes to have a child, go through childbirth, and then put it up for adoption, then it's your right. They talk about rights so much. I have the right to do this. I have the right to carry a gun. I have the right to free speech. Well, women should have a right to decide for themselves what they want to do with their bodies. The other issue I have is along with that, and the fact that these people are in Congress, that I really think we should have term limits. Term limits, not just for Congress people, but for Supreme Court judges, whether on the state or the federal level. It does not make sense to me that a judge can be installed at age, let's make it 40, at age 40, and could sit on that Supreme Court until they pass away, which could be at age 90 or more. Ideas change, people change, thoughts change, and sometimes you need people that are in step with what people want. So I would suggest term limits for Supreme Court judge, federal and state level. I would suggest term limits for Congress people. I don't think that these Congress people should be there like all their lives. This is all I'm doing. And they're not doing anything to help their constituents. They're doing things to help themselves. Why is it that when Congress people start out, they're not wealthy for the most part? But yet, by the time they leave office, all of a sudden, they're multimillionaires. Where is that money coming from? Along with that, I definitely think that there should be no lobbyists in Congress. They should look at the facts. They have interns, they have pages, they have people that could research and bring them information if they don't know how to use technology. And if they do, they should definitely research. And the other thing is, research your constituents. You weren't put there to say what you want. You were put there to say what your constituents want. So I'm always confused when they make decisions not based on their constituents' wants and needs, but on their own. And somehow making these decisions ends up making them a ton of money. That has never made sense to me. And I don't care whether it's a Republican, a Democrat. None of them should be there for life. It's not a lifetime job. Everybody else in every job needs to be evaluated. They need to have performance assessments. Why can't these people that supposedly help govern us and lead us in the right direction have the same thing as well? So I'm for a little thinking, clearer thinking, and less, fanaticism on all these levels. So we've talked about the abortion issue. We've talked about term limits. We've talked about my hair, which honestly I love. And we'll see what's on for next time. Take care. Tell your friends. Subscribe to my channel if you like it. And comment at the bottom.